How's it going? Be trying this out today, taking a look at it. It's already been opened, but this was a gift from a friend that bought a lot of them. So, yeah. So, look at this. There we go. Using the wireless microphone today. There we go. Cool. Yeah. So it's the KODAK Charmera. I assume that's how you pronounce it. It's basically a blind box little camera. They have different versions, obviously. Yeah, pretty cool. So I don't know if anyone's tried these out yet. I did take 2 photos. It's unique, you know. Don't have huge expectations for quality, but it's fun. So before I get into the actual camera, I'm gonna look at their website. I kind of tend to do stuff like that first, just to see what's going on. So we've got the KODAK Charmera. Turn every moment into a celebration of fun and nostalgia. By attaching the keychain camera to your bag, it's a charm and a camera as one, perfect for snapping street scenes, recording party highlights, or making selfies, capturing your quality moments. I have the different versions of it. So this clear one, my friend that gave me this one, he was trying to get the clear one, but I looked at the percentage. It's 1 in 48. So I don't know if he ever got it, but the other ones are 1 in 6 chance. Yeah. That one's cool. I like the space theme. This one's the traditional one. Reminds me of the, what are those called? The one-time use cameras. Stuff like that. And then the red one, I don't remember anything looking like that, but it's all right. I guess that's all they show on this page. So yeah, not really much information on their website, but I'm gonna go over to my hands-on area, try it out. So we can switch cameras here. There we go. I have all the technology. The chat window screen. This actually reaches, cool. Yeah, so here it is. Obviously this one's been opened, but the thing is, you know, you're gonna get what you get. And they're not cheap, so you can kind of hope that you're gonna get the one that you want, but the chances aren't great. So the ones here are 1 in 6 chance, which I wouldn't think it would be perfectly 1 in 6 because the clear one is available. It's just very rare. So 1 in 48 chance, approximately. And does anyone want to guess which one that I have? Anyone? Let me zoom out so I can get a view of all of them. Obviously, it's not this one because that's the person that gave me this was trying to get this one. So it's one of these. Anyone? Nope. Let's pop it open. Oh, how's it going? The red? You think I got the red one? Well, I think I already showed it in a picture. It's got some information here. And then here is the one that I got. I don't know if they had a camera that actually looked like this. At least I don't recognize it. Just got a sun, a bunch of bright colors on there. I think it looks cool. Kind of the geometric one. Oh, thanks for the follow. How's it going? I'm doing multi-streaming, so lots of things going on. What's up? Hey. I'm doing this unboxing of this little blind box camera from KODAK. It's called the Charmera. So on the front here, obviously we've got the lens. I don't know if I can find actual specifications on this thing. Followed on Instagram. Oh, you've got the blue one and the black one with the rainbow. Awesome. I like that black one because it's kind of space themed. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So on the front, we've got an actual viewfinder, which is just a pass-through. So it's extremely tiny little viewfinder. And then this thing, as far as I can tell, this is just to indicate that a photo is being taken, because they don't want people using this as like a spy camera or something. I'm not totally sure. But on the top here, got the power button and then the shutter release. It does have a full screen on the back. Let me clean it off a little bit. So full little screen on the back. We've got up and down buttons, and then a button for review of your photos. So pretty functional, basically a full camera. And then on the side here, it's got a loop for keychain and such. I'll take a look at I'm assuming that this is per camera, so this one is the same as the one that I got. I assume that this is going to look different for each person. Oh, how's it going? Yeah, so tiny. Yeah, I can get some type of scale measure here. I can find a coin or something. Let's see. Here we go. I've got some coins. Yeah, so there's the camera. Here's a quarter. See if I can zoom in properly. Sorry, that might have gotten people a little woozy doing manual focus. You're saying beer can for scale. So tiny. Yeah, there's a quarter. It was, when he gave it to me, I was surprised how small it was. I thought it was going to be a little bit larger, but this is cool. Yeah. Pull out some of the accessories that it comes with. So we've got actual keychain portion here. I don't know if I'll actually use this as a keychain, but it's nice that they include it, because it's not a cheap camera by any means, so you could easily lose it, I would think. The quality of this looks all right, but it does look a little thin. in this loop here, it's hard for me to see at my distance. Sorry, there's some noise going on. In this loop here, it's just, I don't think it's soldered or anything. You're saying, oh, did you get a different keychain that's more robust? Oh, a friend of yours designed a 3D, sorry, there's dogs barking. Designed a 3D printable shell. Okay. I've seen some sort of like silicone cover for this thing already. Let's see. It's hard for me to read the chat, it's kind of small. Yeah, so I assume you got a better keychain. Yeah, this one's okay, it's just kind of cheap. Could try to put it on here. Let's see. There's a little latch on the side or back. There we go, pretty easy. Neat. Whoops. Zoom in here again. Yeah. Not too bad. Oh, I forgot to show the bottom. It's got the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. And then it has a micro SD card slot. Does not come with a card. Whoops, I just shot the card out. So it's spring-loaded. And it technically has storage for 2 photos internally. But it's kind of weird how it's configured and set up. I did take 2 photos. I was at a restaurant with my friends. And I took 2 photos and I left them on here. And I was able to get them out of the camera. But I had to put a memory card in here for the 2 internal photos to show up on the computer. It's kind of odd how it's set up. Are you saying chain should be fine for a small camera? Yeah. Take this off. There we go. So I'll turn it on here. It's got a little noise to it. On the screen, we've got, make sure it's camera's focused. We've got camera mode, video mode, and then settings. Whoops, I just pressed the shutter. So there's nothing on the camera at the moment. But like I said, it does have space for 2 pictures. Oops, yeah, I'm not sure how to use it at this point. I'll press this. There we go. So you can embed information into the photo or video if you want that. So the time date, if you do want that embedded into the photo, it's all right. So you're saying you can link the, oh no, I have links disabled on my chat, so you'll get a timeout if you put a link. Yeah, it's JPEG format. So embedding, you know, you'll be stuck with a JPEG with an embedded date time on there. I can try it. So turn those on for photo and video, and then you've got your date arrangement. So you can either have year, month, day, day, month, year, or month, day, year. And then you can also set the date itself or format the device. So I can press OK. It relates to this button here. Okay, maybe not. Maybe the shutter. Oh. Okay. So I had to press the top button. Take a quick photo. So the light here is going to show up when I take a picture. I think it worked. Nope. So I had to press it twice, it looks like. I haven't really used this. Kind of going as we can. Okay, made a nice noise. Let's try. Yeah. So that's the two pictures on there. Clearly not going to be the best quality-wise. So at this point, it'd be difficult to get the photos off of there. It does come with the USB-C cable, or USB-C to USB-A cable. But like I said, you need a memory card in the device before it shows the two internal photos. For some reason. It's kind of weird. Yeah. What we can do now, put the memory card in here. And then this, actually let me turn it off. So I have a 16 gigabyte SanDisk card. This is just a cheaper, you really don't need much. I haven't even gone over the specs yet. Let's see if the specifications are listed in here. No, they don't. So I'm gonna have to look around and try to find the exact specifications of this thing. I believe it's 1.6 megapixel, which is very small resolution. But yeah, this is just more of another info card on what's available. There are photo filters, and then it has little frames as well that you can embed into the photo, if you're into that. Yeah, not much there. Does the box give me specifications? All right, yeah, this is a little bit of actual data on it. So we've got the resolution here, 1440 by 1080, 1.6 megapixels, 30 frames a second for video. Doesn't give us a specification for length. And then the range of memory cards, they call it TF, but micro SD memory cards, 1 gigabyte to 128 gigabyte, and then it has a built-in battery. So not really much in the way of information in it. I'm pretty sure I had seen that it has an equivalent 35 millimeter lens. So for the field of view, it's going to look like a 35 on a full frame camera. But I'll have to look that up. No, it's got a little logo too, so it's official. There's some raised edge here too, some pretty cool box. All right, let's put the memory card in here. So obviously it's got a little picture of how to put the memory card in, what direction. Let's see if this is correct. Yeah. This is spring-loaded. There we go. Saying Sony's first digital camera was about 1 megapixel. Was that one of the ones with the disk drive ones? I can't remember what they're called. I had I still have it. It's a 2 megapixel Canon digital ELPH. Oh yeah, the ones with the disk drive. Yeah, those are cool. I did not personally have one of those. So USB-C port on the bottom. There is a little hole down here. If you need to ever reset the camera, you can use something like a SIM card opening tool or something to put in there and reset the camera. Like if it gets locked or something, I would assume. So yeah. That's not a great fit. There we go. It does lock in. And then you're gonna have to charge. You'll need your own type of charger, power adapter. I do have this has a built-in USB charging feature on this power strip. So I should be able to just put this in here and see if it works. Yep, it just turned on. But I don't see any indication of charging. Okay, there is a red light on the top when it's charging, it looks like. Yeah, it's very barely visible. Pretty simple, functional little camera. It's cute. It's good for like a display piece, even though it's super tiny. That's probably mostly what I'm going to do with it. Now there's some text on the top too. Yeah, keychain digital camera. I mean, I feel like it's kind of not great that they wouldn't just let you buy the one that you want. But, you know, that's a marketing thing. I'm fine with this one. And it was a gift anyways. But sadly, the person that bought it was trying to get the clear one. And I don't know, a 1 in 48 chance is excessive in my opinion. So the chance of him getting it is very low by buying them individually. All right, what we can do now, maybe let's try to take a look through the viewfinder with the camera here. And obviously, consideration, it has a built-in battery. So anything that has a built-in battery, you know, I wouldn't expect it to last forever. This thing doesn't look like it's easily openable. There's a seam on the side here. Maybe you could replace it eventually by popping off the back plate, but I'm not gonna try it with this one. Let's see if we can look through the viewfinder. No, maybe if I focus back. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be possible with my setup here. Maybe if I hit minimum focus distance. Whoops. It's probably as good as it's going to get. So you can see it's just a simple pass-through view. Going to be pretty awkward to try to look through that. But it's cool that it has a tiny little viewfinder. Yeah. So does anyone have any ideas or questions? I can take a few snapshots with it. I've got the memory card in there. And I'll take some snapshots. We can look at like the quality. They pull out a few things to take photos of. Got a light that I could use. Got some merch, little creatures and stuff that I can use. Obviously, this is only one use case. Stuff up close. That we can take some photos of. Some RGB light. Let's see. Let's pop this on. All right. Need to build a test target to shoot with every camera. Yeah. I'm generally not that technical, but I could see being useful. So here it says with the 16 gigabyte memory card, 568, technically 69 because I just took a photo. But I think 16 gigabyte memory card's more than enough for this thing. Oh, and I do have the embedded date time information on here right now. And this is going to be fixed focus lens, I'm pretty sure. So these are going to be relatively blurry, most likely, up this close. What I could do is put, oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was focused that close. What I could do is put like an add-on lens on the front and see if that helps with up close photos. Pretty easy to take a snapshot. Let's see. Okay, so that does light up. That's probably not disableable because they just don't want a person using this thing like a spy camera, is my guess. The shutter time isn't terrible, but it's noticeable. So it takes a little bit of effort for it to take that picture. I mean, a little bit of time. So let me see if I have a few add-on lenses that might be fun to try with this thing. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. I have this large one. This is made for smartphones. Pretty sure I have some smaller ones as well, but I'm not sure where those are. Is it in here? No. Is it in here? Nope. There's one. This might work. This one says 120-degree wide. Let's try to do a before and after. Maybe I could set it on the table. Oops, let's use this dime here to give me a little bit of a... Oh, it turned off. So I guess it has a timer. Oops, I already moved it. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Can't really see it from my angle here. With so many photos, I mean, you can just take thousands on any memory card, so I guess I could try this one. There we go. Could look here and see if it makes any difference. Oh, wow, I can see that time date. When did I even take that picture? Oh, that's on the memory card. Yeah. Let me turn those off. We can do video as well. So now I'm in video mode. There we go. And it doesn't have focus on this camera, so it's going to be what it is. This is probably not the best example here for what you can do with this, but we'll take a look at it on the computer in a bit. I don't really see any restriction to the length of the video, but obviously with this thing it could be limited by the battery. So let's plug it in while it's running and see if it tries to charge. Okay, so an indicator on the screen did change when I plugged it in, and it's still recording video. That's cool. So it's possible that you can power this thing and use it at the same time for video. Yeah. Cool. Let's stop the video recording. All right. Okay, there's a preview. I don't know what, this button maybe? Nope. This button? There we go. Okay, it's got audio recording. I can hear it. Cool. So I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get the filters going. Okay, here, I just simply press the side buttons here to adjust the filters. So if we look at their information, what gets tired quickly? Sorry, I have a small chat screen here. Will the shutter fire if the light is covered? Let's take a look. I would assume so. I'm gonna pick some type of material. So I'm gonna put my finger. I'm gonna put my finger in front of the light. See if it takes a picture. Yeah. So we look at the preview. Yeah, so it did take a photo with my finger covering this light. So if you really wanted to, you could put a piece of gaffer tape or something on that, so it's not as flashy and awkward sometimes. Okay, and someone else said it gets tired so quickly. I'm not sure what I was talking about. Let's go back to picture mode, and then we can go through the filters. Maybe I could get something to clamp this so I don't have to hold it. It's just more consistent. I can do a quick look around. Probably a phone mount potentially, if it's small enough. Although I always seem to, oh, here we go. When I'm looking for something, I never seem to find it, but today is not the day. A bunch of phone mounts. Let's see, does this fit in a way that I can... No, let's not do that one. That kind of works. Yeah, I think that'll work. Here we go. Cool. Let's rearrange this stuff. So add a few more things to it. Here's a bear guy from Gundam Base. So a Gundam Base opened in Chicago. Went there with a friend recently. This is a space Gorilla Kuma. Let's see how I can do this. Let's turn this on. Okay, I think I need a longer USB cable. That's a little better. And I can adjust the camera. So you all can get a nicer view of the screen. Although there are limits to this lens I'm using with close focus. I could swap it. I do have a macro lens. How's that? Decent? Stealth mode? Yeah. Some gaffer tape would be fun. So here we go. Got the different filters. Take a look here. If I press up. So this is probably black and white. Take a picture. This one looks like pixel filter yellow. They're not in the same order as on the paper. Pixel filter blue. That's pretty extreme. Pixel filter red. And here we've got the picture frame, it looks like. Film border. And then, can't tell if that's a filter or what. But we'll take a picture. Oh yeah, that had, okay, that last one has hearts. It has like point source lights, and then a picture of a camera and a film with a K on the edges. And then this one is a KODAK application for like Windows 3.1 or something, or Windows 95. As the border. And then this one is almost like a DOS application border. Something. I'm not totally sure. And then we're back to the black and white. Okay, this is cool tone. And then this is warm tone. And then the next one's, okay, that was weird. I don't know what this is, probably standard mode. I don't know. Yeah, those pixel filter gray. Black and white. Yeah, these are not in the order that they are on the screen here. I mean that paper. So black and white, cool tone, warm tone, yellow, red, blue, and then there's a gray, and then we've got these frames. So pretty cool. I mean, you could easily do all this stuff in a editor, image editor or something, on your phone or computer. So let's go into video mode and see. Okay, it does have filters for video mode. So I'll take it. Oh wait, am I not in video mode? Oh. All right. Should be in vid. What am I doing wrong here? Can I press this one? Can I press this? Okay, now it's in video mode. Sure this is focused. So I'll take another clip. Just oh, did that stop? Okay, so it doesn't make noise when you turn on and off video, apparently. So it does not look like video mode has filters, from what I can tell. But, I mean, it's impressive that this tiny little thing has video mode. Again, here's a quarter for scale. It's small. Oh, I can also do my filter thing again. This is 120 degree add-on lens thing. Make sure it's kind of clean. It looks okay. We'll do another photo set with these. So, oops, I'm in video mode again. So, go there. I think I press this. Okay, yeah, I'm in photo mode. So I'll take a picture like that. Take a picture like this, and then I'll put this in front of it. See if it makes any difference. Easier said than done. Just move the camera. Oh, yeah, that is a difference. Cool. Then this big one again. This is actually two pieces. I could try the one piece. Oh, maybe that would help with the macro. This says 0.45x super wide angle, but it looks like I can do close-up focus. Pull one of these things here. Or not. Maybe not. Okay, this one's a 15x macro. Basically, it's like a zoom. Let's see. Okay, that actually works. So I'm going to tape this tripod down because I keep touching it and moving it around. Good thing for gaffer tape, right? So if we zoom out again, this is gaffer tape. It's no residue, adhesive. And you can tear it. And I can tape down this tripod. So it doesn't move. This tape is pretty expensive, but it's nice. Specific one, it's Pro Tapes Gaff. There we go. A little better. Put it in the backgrounds. So this thing here, oops, you have to focus. So it says Claris 15x macro, and it looks like it does do the thing. So we'll try it. Let's turn this back on. Picture, then see if I can, actually that's not going to work. I need a thing to put it on because I only have two hands. Let's see, maybe this. It's too tall. Well, actually if I put it on its side, that could work. So we'll take a photo like that, and then put this thing, drop it. How's it looking? Maybe I need more light. You know, sadly, they don't give any options for adjusting exposure and such. Let's see. Oh, that's definitely wide angle. I mean, you could do stuff like this just to mess around with it. It definitely makes a difference. And then we can add these two back together. Cool. Now, unless anyone has any questions or anything, or things that I potentially missed, and actually you can see it's been connected to the power source the entire time, which is cool. Let me turn it off and then disconnect it from the power. See if it's actually charged anymore. Okay, yeah, it did charge and I was able to use it at the same time. So that's great. because it wasn't full power. That's awesome. Okay, you're saying the DIY adapter for the lens potentially. Yeah, I could see someone doing a 3D printed, like another person in the different chats said they have a 3D printed shell, and I could see someone doing like a 3D printed shell with a lens adapter on it. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's nice that you can charge it and use it at the same time. So I just plugged it back into power and it's still running. I could go photo or video, go into the filters. And then once I go through this list here, I'll take them, put them on the computer. You can take a look. Quite a few filters. Okay, I think that one's the cool tone. Yeah, there's the warm tone, kind of a sepia. I think I went through these, but I forgot which one I stopped on. All right, turn that off. Very cool. It's kind of warm, probably from the charging. Nice. Let's go over to the computer area. Take a look. See what we got for the photos. Let's see. There we go. So in this case, I could use a different USB cable, but this one's a little small, of course. It's nice that they include a cable at the very least, but I'm probably going to use the longer one just so that I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I've got another USB cable here. It's connected to the computer. Switch back to computer cam. Here I can see the chat much better if you have any questions. So, well, let me do another quick little view of the camera here. So tiny. It's cute. I'll do a selfie. Yeah, that light is pretty bright. Oh, when you even if you put your thumb or something over the light, it lights up the whole shell. Look how bright that is. Yeah, so I don't think you're going to be doing any whatever photography with how bright it is. Yeah. Let me turn this off for a second. Go back to here. And plug it in to the camera. Okay, turn back on. Now it shows, whoops, shows the storage devices. My screen's a little too bright, but it basically shows a little USB icon on there. That. Yeah. So as I had mentioned before, I do have the memory card in here, but if I were to try to access the two spaces, the two areas that you can take two photos internally without a memory card, you still need a memory card to read them from the camera. Paint in front. Yeah, I guess you could do something with it. But, so for example, if I disconnect this from the USB and I take out the memory card, you know, plug it back into the USB. Let's see if it pulls up with a, oh, is it able to be a webcam? Oh, it has a different icon on the screen. Sorry, my camera's, I think, too bright. Let's see. Maybe this can be used as a webcam. That would be funny. Let's see. Let me get my little mount that I put together. To take the tape off. Now, technically, I could just use this and a different tripod. I had a larger tripod. Here we go. And quick release. There we go. Yeah, that'd be cool if you could. So I've got a larger tripod, and then this thing that I was using to hold the camera. There we go. So we'll, I mean, could switch to there. Make sure this is focused. So we got the camera here. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll see. Whoops. All right. Switch back to face cam. And I'm going to try adding a video capture device in OBS. See if it can be found. Oh, it does. Wow. Yeah, so here is the KODAK Charmera webcam. I had no idea you could do a webcam. Let me add it in here. All right. So there it is. Yeah. And just to prove the point, I can go to the back camera and then I'll add it to here. And then transition it to the, wow, okay. Yeah. Maybe if I go like that. Yeah, so that is funny. Obviously it's auto exposure, and I don't know why someone would want to use this with the quality that it is, but it's cool that it exists. Yeah, I gotta be kidding. Right? Interesting. I mean, maybe if you could somehow control the lighting in the perfect way, you could maybe get some use out of it. Let me see if I block. Because you would somehow have to control the exposure perfectly for it to not do what it's doing right now with the auto exposure. I mean, if I'm far enough back, it seems to work okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. It's nice that they give you the option, even though it's not especially. Yeah, great learning tool for kids. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. It's cool that they give you that option. So that would explain why I wasn't able to access the internal photos in the camera when there was no memory card in it, because it goes into automatically goes into webcam mode, which is cool. I think that's worth the slight inconvenience to it. Yeah. So here's the quality difference of this camera. This is a Sony a6000 with a 18 to 50 millimeter 2.8 Sigma lens, and then that's the KODAK Charmera webcam mode. Cool that it exists at the very least. So let's turn that off. I don't know, can I turn it off without? No, I'd have to just disconnect it, I think. There we go. Now put the memory card back in. Get rid of that. Then we can take a look at the photos. Whoops. There we go. So plug this back in, and we should be in picture mode. I mean, picture transfer mode. Yep. Cool. I'm gonna copy this over. This one is for the SPIDCIM. That's the two pictures that are on the camera internally, and then all of the other photos on the memory card are in this other directory. So if you ever forget a memory card, you can take two pictures with it, which is, again, nicer than not being able to, right? Pull up a folder for this. I'm going to copy over these two folders. See how quick it goes. It's going 14 megabytes a second. That's honestly not terrible. I'm using the cable I'm using isn't super fast. It's not a USB 3 cable, so that could be part of it, but it's probably just the camera. You know, I think that's quick enough. So here's the two. Let me switch to face cam for a second. Oh, we've still got that on there. Now I'll pull up editor so we can look at these. I mean, a viewer program. Let's see, just make sure no one's saying anything on here. Go. Cool. So these are the two pictures that I took in the camera without the memory card in it. Let's see what they look like. Yeah. So there's the embedded date time information. Oops. I think that's the full resolution. Let's see. Yeah. So I guess that's pretty much what you get. I can zoom in, but this is more than 1-to-1 resolution. Barely can read the text here. And then it's got that embedded date time information, or just date, no time. And here's the second one. This is just a bunch of equipment. Camera and my monitors and stuff. So I'm over on the side of this picture. There's my computer and a bunch of storage and things. So go back to here, and then we can go. These two photos, I don't think they would mind. I took these originally with the camera at a restaurant. So these are some of my friends. One of them gave me the camera. This guy gave me the camera. I'm not gonna zoom in on them, but yeah. I don't know of any app. I doubt. As far as I know, it doesn't have wireless, but I can look into it and see. Yeah, we'll take a look. So yeah, he's the one that gave me the camera. He does photography as well. So that was a bad photo. But yeah, that's kind of what you get with people photos. Let's take a look at these ones. So these are all the samples that I took right now. So this is a mix of, okay, there's the video. I don't think I have audio for the source for this, but we can play it and see what it looks like. I mean, it's functional. It's kind of jiggly, wobbly, but, and obviously it's fixed focus. So yeah, let's just skip over. Anyways, that's the video works. I think this is another video. Okay, why are these not? Oh yeah, these are videos too. Okay. So there's a selfie. I don't think it's great for up close stuff, at least in this lighting. It could depend on your lighting. So maybe outdoors, it might make more sense to do a selfie. And then obviously up close, by default, it doesn't change its focus. So you can't really do up close stuff unless you get an add-on lens, some type of additional lens that can change it. So it's clearly not gonna work up close for those. I'll just skip through these quick. So a little bit further back, I think that's fine. I wouldn't expect much from the quality anyways, but I think that looks fine. Okay, you can zoom in a little bit. So this is the 1-to-1 resolution. And then in this case, I had the embedded date on there. Yeah. But this is the type of thing that, I'm not sure what those were from. I must have had my finger over the shutter for those ones. This is the type of thing that you're not really expecting much from quality, and you know, it's gonna work, but don't expect much. And you'll be pleasantly surprised, maybe. So they go through the photos. This is probably where I started using the lens, the add-on lens. And those are so this is the vignetting from I was trying to hold the lens on there. I can get it over here just to show what I was talking about for anyone that wasn't around. So these are the two things that I was using with the Charmera. There's this 120 millimeter wide angle, and then this one is Zenvo. On the top here, it's a 0.45x super wide angle lens, and then on the bottom it's a 15x macro. So this one splits into two pieces. So this is the macro thing, and this is the wide angle one. And then you can just hold it up to the camera and use it. Yeah, so at the very least, you can experiment with stuff like that. Yeah, you believe it indeed does take photos. Yeah. So as we look through the pictures, it doesn't really change a whole lot besides the field of view. Okay, there's some blur from the add-on lens. Then we get into the filters, built-in filters in the camera. Yep. So I would assume this is, I don't know if they have an example. Maybe I could try a different website or something that has more information. Okay, this page has more info. Let's see. Yeah, they mentioned the blind box thing. Secret edition on the top. All right, here we've got some specifications. So the imaging sensor is a 1/4 inch CMOS. The lens, I assume this is an equivalent field of view, 35 millimeter f2.4 aperture. So basically that means on a full frame camera, which I can show an example. I don't have a 35 actually, but I have a 40. Just for people that don't know all of the equivalent stuff, I can show an example. CMOS, really? What were you expecting? CCD, potentially? Yeah, so this is not an equivalent, but this is a 40. And then this is a full frame camera. For anyone that's curious, basically means that's the sensor in there, and that's how big it is. So for scale, this is a 1/4 inch type sensor inside of this thing. And it's a lot smaller, I'm sure. So when they say the field of view is 35 millimeter, it's going to look similar to this thing with the 35 millimeter lens on it. Sadly, I don't have a 35, but this is a 40. Not that I could take a photo and compare them. Now CCD all day for the price. Yeah. But I could take a picture and then we could compare what it looks like. Let's see if I could turn this on when I'm gonna have to disconnect this from the computer. Turn this on. Let's take a picture of my stuff here and then try to it's in some weird mode. Autofocus. Okay. Oh, I don't have a memory card in here. Wondered why it wasn't working. Saying send a bunch of 35mm photos. That's Sony 35 1.4. Yeah. It's all good. Let's see. Next, let me use this. Anyone say anything on here? Nope. I'm doing multi-streaming to 3 different places. Although technically one of them goes to the same company, kind of. All right, let's try this again. I'm gonna take, I guess I can switch to the back camera. Oh, it's still on there. Yeah. Just take a picture of my stuff down there. And then oops. Oh, it's in manual focus. I must have silent shutter on. Yeah, don't tell them. They did change their terms, but they also still don't like you talking about going to, you know, telling people to go to a different platform. Which is odd that they're so particular. So we can connect that. And I should be able to copy these over without date modified. Oh. I think it's these two. Yeah, so it's those two. And then take the one from the camera. Again, this is not going to be perfect, but you can at least see if it's close. Uh, 9-1. Was there? Yeah, so here's the one from the regular camera. And then this might see if I can. Okay, there's the blurry mess from the Charmera. Let's see what I'm showing here. Whoops. How did I select that instead of... Try to get them the same size. Windows 11, please. I don't want to snap. It's insisting on snapping. Let's try this again. No. Oh, it's close. Okay. Yeah. They're similar focal length. I mean, field of view. Sorry. They are not similar focal length, but they are similar field of view. It's basically what you see from it. And like I said, this is a 40. And they say that the field of view is equivalent. Cheap. Yeah, that one was very blurry. This one's better. This one's a little bit better. But this was, I took this one before I moved the camera, so let's get rid of that one. It's kind of close. Yeah. You're saying, reminds you of a cheap point and shoot photos from the film era. Stream setup changed through the years. Yeah, I'm trying. Still here. Yeah. So, for people that don't understand the whole equivalence, I was just trying to show what they mean when they say 35mm f2.4 on the Charmera compared to what this is a 40 f2. Anyways, I could go back to the other photos. Oops, that looks like I closed my image viewer application. Let's see. Take a look at the filters. Yeah, so these are the built-in filters on this Charmera camera. It's different ones, the yellow, the blue, red, and then it's got that overlay thing. And then this one's kind of cool. The different emoticons. And then some type of KODAK. Is that I don't know what application this would have been, but it's kind of neat. And then, okay, this is a film strip. The Charmera might be using a lens with barely any AR coating. Yeah, it's possible. So there's the black and white. This is the blue tint, and then I think it's brown tint or yellow tint or something. You get the paper. Let's see. So there's a warm tone and a cool tone. So this is probably cool tone, and that's probably warm tone. And then this is, I think, the standard photo. And then this is pixel filter gray, most likely. It looks like a standard photo. Okay, now here I'm going to use this add-on lens. See what it does. So this is with the 120mm generic wide angle thing up to the camera. So I just basically held it in front of this camera. And then that's without it. So this is the default. This is with and without. So it does make a difference. If you do want to experiment with doing stuff like that, it's definitely possible. So I took a few photos like that, and then I tried to do some closer up ones. Oh, So that was most likely with this 15x macro from the company XENVO. These are for smartphones. So that actually works, and it looks surprisingly detailed. Obviously, you cannot get this without some type of add-on lens. Just understand that. Yeah. So that macro thing does actually work. It's cool. And I did various filters. All right. Yes, that's clearly my lighting is not good for this camera, but if you use it at a distance, I think it'll be much better. But anything up close is not going to work out too well. Anyways, I think I am good on this. It's a cool little camera. It's fun. It's not the cheapest thing ever, but just the whole process, it's great seeing any type of camera company offer a fun, relatively lower cost, but still it's a full digital camera, so it's not cheap type of experience. The blind box thing, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of the blind box thing, because a lot of people probably won't get the one that they want, and then they'll probably buy another one, which is fine, but also it's not great from a consumer perspective, because then you have to buy a bunch of them. So, yeah. Anyways, it's a cool little device. I like that it's a full camera, and it's not just like a little piece of plastic. So you get some actual use out of this thing, potentially. It has the filters. It's got... it can be used as a webcam, surprisingly, which I was surprised about, for sure. Yeah, it does video, and it takes the micro SD cards, USB-C. It's pretty functional, comparatively, even to cameras that other companies are selling, kind of old new stock of old digicams that don't even have USB-C ports and won't be a webcam and things. So this is surprisingly more functional in some ways than those type of cameras. So yeah, I'm going to head out. Hopefully, if you see this after the fact, you enjoy it. Again, I think this KODAK Charmera is a pretty cool little thing for photographers and stuff. So yeah, see ya.